Look around for a second. Not at social media. Not at success stories. At real life. There are more men today who feel confused, tired, distracted, and quietly frustrated than ever before. Not because they're lazy. Not because they lack talent. But because they lack something far more dangerous to lose: direction. And when direction disappears, everything else slowly follows. Most men don't wake up one day and say, "I'm lost." They wake up tired. They wake up distracted. They wake up scrolling. They wake up doing things they don't even respect themselves for anymore. And that's how it starts. The silent problem no one talks about. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Modern life doesn't demand direction from men anymore, it distracts them instead. There's always something to watch. Something to consume. Something to chase that feels productive but isn't meaningful. So men stay busy, but not fulfilled. Entertained, but not confident. Connected digitally, but disconnected internally. And slowly, without realizing it, they drift. Not failing loudly. Failing quietly. Why feeling lost is so dangerous. When a man lacks direction, his energy leaks everywhere. He starts chasing validation instead of growth. He confuses pleasure with progress. He replaces discipline with motivation, and motivation never lasts. Without direction, confidence becomes fragile. Decisions become reactive. Emotions start controlling behavior. And the scariest part? A man without direction doesn't feel pain immediately. He feels numb. That numbness is what keeps him stuck. How this happens, without you noticing. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens when you delay decisions you know you should make. You avoid discomfort you know would help you grow. You trade long-term respect for short-term relief. At first, it feels harmless. Just one more video. I'll start tomorrow. I'm still young. But direction is built through consistent choices, not intentions. And when those choices stop aligning with who you want to become, confusion sets in. The identity crisis of modern men. For most of history, men had clear responsibilities. Build. Protect. Provide. Grow. Today, the world gives men infinite options but zero structure. So instead of asking, "What should I become?" men ask, "What feels good right now?" That question slowly erodes self-respect. And self-respect is the foundation of confidence. Why motivation won't save you? Motivation is emotional. Direction is structural. Motivation depends on mood. Direction survives bad days. That's why relying on motivation keeps men stuck in cycles. Inspired action, burnout, repeat. Direction doesn't care how you feel. It tells you what to do anyway. And that's what most men are missing: not energy, not intelligence, not opportunity, clarity. The cost of living without direction. Let's be honest about the cost. Men without direction often waste years chasing distractions. Feel behind but don't know why. Compare themselves constantly. Avoid silence because silence forces reflection. And over time, this creates quiet resentment. Resentment toward life. Toward society. Toward themselves. That resentment doesn't explode, it decays. Why awareness is the first turning point. Here's the shift most men never make. Feeling lost isn't a flaw. Ignoring it is. The moment a man becomes aware that his life lacks direction, he regains power. Because awareness creates choice. And choice creates momentum. You don't need everything figured out. You need one clear direction to move toward. What direction actually means? Direction is not perfection. It's alignment. It's knowing what matters, what doesn't, what you're willing to sacrifice, what you're no longer willing to tolerate. Direction simplifies life. When you have direction, distractions lose power. Confidence stabilizes. Decisions become clearer. Not easier, clearer. The hard truth most men avoid. Here's the truth no one likes hearing. No one is coming to give you direction. No system will hand it to you. No motivation video will build it for you. Direction is chosen. Repeated. Defended. And that responsibility is heavy, but it's also freeing. Why this conversation matters. If this video feels uncomfortable, that's a good sign. It means something inside you knows. This isn't how I want to live. That awareness is not weakness. It's the beginning of strength. Most men never stop long enough to confront it. What comes next? In the next conversation, we'll talk about how direction is built. Internally. Structurally. Practically. Not through hype, but through systems, discipline, and identity. Because once direction is in place, everything else starts to align. Final words. If this resonated with you, you're not alone, even if it feels that way. Like the video if it hit home. Comment your thoughts. Real growth starts with honesty. Subscribe if you want clarity, not noise. Because direction doesn't change everything overnight. But without it, nothing ever really changes.